There was one ring to rule all sleep gadgets. It was created to answer the big questions of life, like how late can I eat? Should I take melatonin? And how much? And the biggest of them all. What does it mean to drink in moderation? But now, we have two. I've used the old Oura Ring for a year and the new one for months, so I think it's time to talk about them both. You know that sleep is amazing for you, right? You get stronger when you sleep, you get smarter when you sleep, the damage of life itself, it gets undone during the sleep. And just consider how stupid the sleep is from the point of evolution. You cannot hunt, you cannot procreate, or even protect yourself, so it must be really important for your body. And what about me personally? Well, it's doubly important. I have dementia in my family and I carry a APOE4 gene mutation, so I have a lot of skin in the game. Gotta dial the sleep perfectly, or I'm doomed to die on that hill. So, what would I need in terms of features from this gadget to help me and all of us in the coming battle against aging and dementia? First, obviously, I want to know how good my sleep was during the last night and how it compares with all the nights before, so I can change and tune my behaviors appropriately. There are a lot of things you can change. Food intake, exercise, alcohol, timing of all the things, nighttime routine. But you can only improve what you measure. And that's where Oura Ring is absolutely amazing. It's very sensitive and, what's important, it keeps you accountable. After using it for just a few weeks, I knew exactly that one glass of wine before the bed is okay, but two, and my sleep is ruined. And both versions work extremely well, and I don't see that much difference between them. Now, stickiness and comfort. Most amazing armor won't help you in battle if you leave it at home. And same applies to the ring. To make it work, it has to be on you when you sleep. Like Fitbit or Apple Watch, for example, they can measure your sleep too, but they are so uncomfortable to wear during the night, they're actually ruining the very things they're trying to improve. Old Oura Ring was excellent in this regard, because you just completely forgot about the ring, and that's the way it should be. A new version, it has a grid light sensor inside for heart rate measurements, and it might be a little bit annoying sometimes. Not a big deal, but a small step back, I'd say. Extra features. Now, speaking about these heart rate measurements, I stand unimpressed. Version 2 had nothing, version 3 has something, but it's so inaccurate that I don't even know if it's better or worse. Also, both rings report your heart rate variability, HRV, which is supposed to measure your recovery, but just by itself it's not that useful on a day-to-day basis at least. And same applies to all other single metrics like lowest heart rate or sleep stages, as they're not very accurate all that by themselves, but the aggregate sleep score correlates extremely well with my subjective feelings. Anyway, at the moment of this review, I think it's a tie between both rings on features. Price. You cannot really put price on health, but since we have two rings now, we can compare. And the new version is kinda behind here. It's more expensive and requires a monthly fee on top. I know it's a trend to have a subscription model for all kind of businesses, but it's definitely not a plus for us users. So in conclusion, would I upgrade? If you have a second version, I would probably not rush for an upgrade. But if you're not tracking your sleep at all, I think you should start like now with any gadget you can find. I can absolutely attest personally that just the fact of tracking has significantly improved my sleep quality and energy over the last year. Hopefully it will work for you as good or maybe even better. We got to remember, aging is coming for all of us, and we can delay it in multiple ways, but sleep is definitely on top of the list. What list? This list. Check it out, and let's stay connected.